Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are continuing to try out a bunch of different decks in the Timeless format, and today we are trying out a list I saw off Reddit. It is a Gruul Prowess deck, so a lot of the powerful red cards, Dragon Rage Chandler, Lightning Bolt, Regavan, Swiss Spear. This one's playing 2 Soulscar Mage, Unholy Heat in here, Baubles, but you have a green package with Questing Druid, so you can seek the beast, then you get the creature side, Ren's Resolve, so a lot of card advantage. Become Immense as your kind of big delve pump spell, which is really sweet. Then Abundant Harvest as a way to kind of find your lands or spells, and it triggers Prowess. And then Veil of Summer, a really good protection spell, and then draws you cards, like blows out Bowmasters, stuff like that. I just recorded an hour of burn content, Rakdos and Mono Red, and I got burned multiple times by 16 lands. So we're playing 16 lands because I'm a glutton for punishment. Abundant Harvest should help us find lands, as well as 8 impulse effects. So let's give this one a shot and see how it plays out. I'm trying to find like a nice aggro deck that I like. I honestly, like, you could check out the burn lists. They're doing really well from Untapped. Every burn list that I played. I just got really unlucky with lands. Like one game I drew 21 cards and saw 2 lands in 21 cards. So it could just be variance wise that was getting me and was frustrating, but we shall see how it goes. There's been a lot more burn on the ladder, so something to keep in mind as the games kind of come through, how you kind of combat it. There's been a lot of Eidolons. They are a good kind of counter to all the kind of mid-rangey colored soup decks. So that's a good way to kind of attack it in that sense. The mirrors are a little contentious. You might not want to be on Vortex. So opponent goes first here. I think we're fine. We'll lead on Soulscar Mage. Depending on what they play out, I might need to Unholy Heat on one. Okay, so they bobble here. And they Delver. I think we get rid of Delver here. I can play Double Threat next turn. I can Soulscar and Abundant Harvest. We'll see how they play out this turn. I really don't think Delver is great in this format. Okay, so they could have... Okay, so they know that this is known information, so we will just play out both our spells here. They're likely just on Push and Bolt as their removal. They would have... They're gonna flip. Okay, so they have Thoughtseize, that's fine. We can race them. They could have Bowmaster. Bowmaster would hit DRC. Questing Druid's probably the line that you take here. This kind of eliminates the surprise element. But they'll be down to 16 here. I'm left with one form of selective card advantage. Okay. That cracks in. So that's actually really nice because we could get them... So I think we put Regavan in the yard. We're going to choose non-land here, and then just have it. Bolt's also really nice here. So let's see how they react. I do want to kind of force their mana on their turn. Right now I have instant, creature, sorcery. I actually could have got 3 more points of damage in by fetching the land. The problem is I have to kind of play around their removal there. Let's see what they do here. So I'm going to fetch in response here. Maybe wait. I take 3 here. It's probably still worth. Honestly, with like Become Immense in hand, I think this is fine. Because this book, Veil of Summer will find another Veil of Summer. So we get them that way there. So this is running into Dimir when you have 3 Veil of Summers in your deck main board. They don't know about this information either. So hopefully those 2 points of damage don't come to bite us in the butt. Friend. What's happening? Leave it to Delver players. Okay, so that dies. That goes away. Okay, so they play Shadow here. So I have 6 in the yard. They need to have double removal here. Oh no, that's gonna shut off my Delirium. Should have attacked in with this too. So instant, creature, creature. So the problem is if I had the extra. Okay, so Bauble goes in the yard. Should have attacked in with Soul Scar. Okay, so we don't get protected against Bolt anyways. And then we get the 9 damage. So Delirium off, Delirium on. Nicely done. I just gotta be mindful. That was kind of a misplay on my part. Forgetting that the Delirium would be disabled. There's 2 considerations we did there. We underpay by 1 to have access to that 3rd red mana. Because I had the card draw, I was thinking if I drew like another instant, we had 2 kind of shots at hitting that. So it's interesting to see how you kind of apply that. We had to go past the kind of combat step. Okay, so we go first. We will keep what are you on? Okay, well, you gotta have Fatal Push on one. If not, we seek the Beast. Blood Chief. Okay, so this is the likely the Necro deck. Okay, well, not ideal, but everything is fine. Just in case they have Bowmaster here, I can play around it. Okay, so I have Artifact, Creature. We'll throw the damage here. They have Thoughtseize. I'm gonna shock here. We've drawn a lot of lands, so I can't really do too much here. Because now if they just drop a Shieldred, I'm in a lot of trouble. Especially because we hit the Delirium, but literally just hit Fluff off the top. Would have been good last turn. We'll just thin out our deck here. Okay, so we're out of fetchables, which is a bit concerning. All right, Dash Young Regavan. Oh my god. The fact we hit every one of our lands is kind of ridiculous. So Karn here. Minuses. Ghost gets one ring. It's not great, but I think we gotta go face. Just try to find like a Thoughtseize here. Yeah, can't do much. Can't do much. Their hand was all removal. Problem being here, yeah, they find boat, then they animate boat, and then they got me that way there. Actually came close to lethal there. Like in retrospect, we play Jengantha, but we're 16 lands and we got to the point where we ran out of fetchables. So, not gonna do too much there. The line to hit Karn wasn't any different, I don't think. We could have gone Jengantha, but you gotta take a chance, I think, with this deck. I think the burn deck's better against this mono black deck because you turn off a lot of their cheap removal. So this hand's pretty solid. Swift Spear to start things off. Okay. Unholy Heat comes down. We shall seek the beast. Okay, so they missed a line there. That is good for us. I think we're gonna just get a basic to start. This to me suggests the mid-range version. So here, I actually think we go DRC here. I'll put a land. So I think we fetch first. Because if I want to keep it on top, then I don't want to lose access to it. They're not going to have Sheoldred, so I'm less worried about that. So we can probably just start with this. Could Unholy Heat here. I want to just get this out of Bowmaster range if possible. Another Questing Druid's pretty solid. Like if this is going to be a grindier matchup. Mind you, what's in my graveyard right now? With an impulse in that, I think we need to just play it a little different. I just don't want this to get hit by. Okay, so trigger on the stack. We'll kill Bowmaster. Honestly, don't think this is a become immense time. So we're trying to hit Delirium there. It stays alive if we do. I think we just passed the turn here. They'll have fatal pushes, but outside of that, I think we're fine. I want to keep a threat in as much as possible. It just provides us some utility in these matchups. So they're going to fetch away. I was actually thinking like the Scamp, the Cacophony Scamp over the, whatchamacallit? The Soulscar Mage, just because if Bowmaster kills it, then it itself dies. Easy block there, I get bigger. They lose Ragavan. Okay, so we have a couple options here. Obviously, I could try to enable Delirium. I could DRC here. Then Questing Druid. I can try to find a land, which lets me do everything, but I think here we just do this and attack in. DRC of their own. See Bobble come down. So Brainstorm loses some of its utility with the Surveil. So I'm going to seek here. That could be Bolt. Yeah. Do I have a land in the yard? I do. But I do want a land, so I'm going to keep this on top. Veil's pretty nice. We'll shock in here. So this is the sorcery I'm missing. Because then I could just become immense. Honestly, just keeping that tucked away is fine. So target you. So I could get rid of a land, creature, instant. So I'm leaving a land, creature, instant. Yeah, we should be fine. And I have protection. They only have 1 mana up. And I get to play around Spell Pierce, and I get to play around removal. I guess I should have waited till after combat. I was too far. Okay, well, if they have the removal now, they get me. Okay. I misplayed. Be mindful of what stage of combat you're in. Because that'll kind of get you there. I was thinking even like Audacity could be kind of cool in this deck. Playing kind of like the standard Picnic Robber. But you're a little like weaker to some of those style effects. All right, we're 2-1. If our opponent has nothing but removal, they usually beat us. Opponent goes first. They are a Yorion pile. We will keep. Baubles. I think we just thin out our deck this first one. It's probably Esper control. So I'm going to fragment here because they're Sanctuary. So they might just be straight blue-white. They could be Esper. Trying the double Unholy Heats is kind of annoying. Again, this is a matchup I think the burn deck's better. You can just punish them on a couple different axes. The Fragment Reality is going to do us in. Just given the nature of our curve, it's not great. Okay, just worried. I'm doing this now just because they can sneak under. These bubbles are kind of weird in this deck just because it makes you more susceptible to Bowmaster. So I think we go Questing Druid here. Depending on their removal spell. If it's another Fragment, it gets me a 1-drop at least. This could be Snapcaster Fragment. Oh my god. I guess it enables Dig Through Time. So slow. I do nothing. I respond by also doing nothing. So this will allow them to seek a non-land. Depending on how many Mystic Sanctuaries they have, they can keep getting back like the removal there. They can do that in fetch. Win con might be Kalim. Could be Emperor. Most likely will be my Boredom. I mean, all things considered, it's not terrible. Because I Unholy Heat you. Should not have done that. This does let him get it to Fairy. What do I have in the land? Artifact. Dash Monkey. I mean, if they have Settle, they have Settle. Oh my god. Like, play control. Go nuts. Do whatever you want. But when they take like... Oh, I screwed that up. I had the bolt. I messed that up. I'm too busy talking. Forgot I didn't have Delirium. I mean, they're pretty low on life. Also drawn an obscene amount of lands. Cruise and Dig Through Time seem a little aggressive. Like Dig Through Time and Control makes more sense. Cruise is more of like a tempo deck. I'm just gonna keep in case they have like Field of Ruin. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Definitely keep that on top. Pass turn here. Don't necessarily want to surveil. This might entice them to plus I kind of just want to go face. Like, they likely have answers for everything that I have. How many bolts do I have left? Just one. Yeah. They have a lot of cheap removal here, so it's going to get me. This all goes back to that one turn give up. I'm just not having fun. You don't see too much blue-white control. I don't think the deck's very good. We just didn't have a way to punish. Like, if we're a Bowmaster deck, they do a lot worse. Especially because, like, you have a lot of threats there. Like, we never presented a reasonable clock, and we kind of just played into their deck, and then just kind of compounded the errors by just playing poorly. This hand doesn't work. Hand's pretty cool. Actually just think we get rid of Bobble here. Okay, we'll take it. Didn't love the hand, but we will take it. Let's do one more, because that technically was the 5th game, but pretty sure that was the 5th game. Yeah. Didn't love what came of it. So Jingantha's gonna be burn or Sultai. So we have like a 50-50 chance. So I think we keep. Oh, this is Zoo. Then we guessed wrong. This hand's very bad versus Zoo. To be honest, this deck's probably really bad versus Zoo. I mean, if they hold up the Bowmaster line, I have this Veil of Summer to counter it. So they don't have plays on 3. They could have Bolt. And with Bolt, I don't want to play Ragavan into it, so we'll just pass the turn. Gives me access to Questing Druid. I see Oko come down. Okay, so I have land here. I could go face. I could just set up questing druid for this turn. Problem is they start getting larger than me. I can, so in my yard, I have land instant. I could put a sorcery, but I don't get enough with the creature. So we're shocking in regardless. I think the line is just this. Play Oko and just try to get them with damage maybe. The problem is their creatures are gonna start to outscale mine. So in these creature mirrors, you're often like not trying to be the smallest. Their mana's a bit awkward. They did have the Nicodle. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright, I don't think this deck's very good. You can't deal with an Oko, you don't have the hand disruption, and when you're playing kind of these prowessy threats, you don't want the time restriction, you want them to hand. So I think a deck like this is better suited as like, is it where you're putting cards in hand, as opposed to like what you're seeing there. But let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, hope you have a great one.